Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks. Today is Monday, July 11th, 2016. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. All right, looking at the market this morning, we're seeing the S&P 500 E-mini futures trading higher by 8.75 points to 21.29 per contract. So markets are right there, very, very close to new all-time highs. They're almost going to exceed the May 2015 top. We'll see if they can close above there today. But either way, there's a fair amount of resistance around this area. But we'll see what the market does today. In the meantime, we have lots of stocks in the news, and we'll talk about that right now. Let's get right to the charts here. First stock we're going to look at this morning is Tesla. It looks like Elon Musk put out a tweet saying that he has a secret plan for the company. Stock is reacting off the news. It closed at $216.78. It is now trading at $219.80. So good little uptick there for Tesla. Tesla's holding up well today off the Elon Musk tweet. Okay, speaking of Twitter, let's talk about Twitter. TWTR is the ticker symbol here. You're going to see this morning the stock was downgraded. I believe it was by SunTrust, but you can check out the news for yourself. Stock closed at $18.08 on Friday, now trading at $17.72, so reflecting a nice little 40-cent downtick there. Twitter, when you look at the daily chart, has a lot of resistance here, but it is above its 50-day moving average, and that's something that traders should take note of. So we're going to watch for pattern on Twitter. Not much we would look to do with it here. Believe it or not, the downgrade seems reasonable, even though it's an options expiration trading week. This is a week where you get really crazy kinds of upgrades and downgrades that really make no sense. We only can wonder why. But either way, that is what happens during options expiration. So Twitter downgraded today, but this looks like a decent downgrade. So we'll see how the chart plays out going forward. Let's take a look here at CBRL, which is Cracker Barrel. This stock is downgraded today by Merrill Lynch. Stock has been a real high flyer as of late. Last week it closed at 164.70. Today it's trading at 162.35. The only level I see for Cracker Barrel that really gets me interested would be around the 154.5, 154.25 area. Right around there, I do like the stock for a bounce play. Now this is a big, high-priced equity, and it also very often trades light volume, meaning anywhere between 200 and 400,000 shares a day. Any stock that ever trades a million or less on a 3-month average, you have to really be careful with, because these equities can overshoot levels, and that is something that Cracker Barrel can do. So again, that's why I give it that level today, all the way around $54 and 30 cents, $54.25. That's where I would step in on Cracker Barrel as an intraday play for a bounce. Let's take a look at good old Boeing. Boeing announced that they signed a deal with the UK government. Stock is getting a real nice pop today. Closed at 130.09. Now trading at 130.94. So that's a nice little dollar pop for Boeing. I'm going to give Boeing the upside, in my opinion, to 132.75, possibly 133. That's where I do think you hit a wall of intraday resistance. So keep that on the radar. Now, last night we did have some news out of Japan. I think that's worth talking about. It looks like Shinzo Abe did come out with an election victory and a stimulus plan. So again, if you take a look today and we go into the currency market, what you're going to see here is that the dollar yen is really catching a huge move higher. So you even see this on a daily chart. Look at that big pop there in dollar yen. So Shinzo Abe coming out with a new stimulus plan, and he is going to just keep continuing to print money, pump money into the system, and that is causing a dollar to be very strong against the Japanese yen this morning. Recently, the Japanese yen has been rallying against the dollar. So what does that do for stocks like, say, Toyota Motors? It should lift them, and sure enough, you're seeing all the Japanese ADRs getting a bid today. A couple others are SNE, which is Sony, and I believe you have HMC, which is Honda Motor. So Japanese ADRs are trading higher this morning ahead of the opening bell on the news coming out of Japan. And again, Shinzo Abe, pedal to the metal. He is going to print money and stimulate the Japanese economy. All right, let's look at a couple of other things here. We have European markets up across the board. One stock every trader should follow is Deutsche Bank. And Deutsche Bank right now trading higher. So as long as Deutsche Bank is generally higher, usually there's no fear and the risk is on in the market. If Deutsche Bank starts to sell off, I think traders should be a little bit careful of the different activities that can go on in the market. So again, if you're bullish, you want to see Deutsche Bank up. If you're bearish, you want to see Deutsche Bank down. Today, Deutsche Bank closed at 12.97 on Friday, and today it's trading at 13.21. So good uptick for Deutsche Bank. Risk is on. All right, let's take a look at a couple of other things out here. We want to take a look at the gold market, down about $3 this morning. If you look at the GLD, what you're going to see here is that is trading at 129.28. Gold has been on just a meteoric rise as of late, but it does need to pull back. It is severely overbought. Today you're getting a little bit of a pullback. Again, GLD closed at 130.52. Today it's trading at 129.28. So we'll see how that plays out. Crude oil getting a little bit of an uptick today. Today we have crude oil up by 14 cents to $45.54 a barrel. If you take a look at the all-important USO, which is a good ETF for tracking crude oil, you're going to see that's trading at $10.90. Closed at $10.83 on Friday. So again, crude oil, due to its oversold condition, catching a little bit of a bid, but not much of one. So we'll keep that on the radar. That could still be volatile going forward, and we'll see how that plays out today. But again, it is a Monday. We don't have a lot of earnings. Earnings season will start this week. We'll have, I believe, Alcoa. We'll have the bank stocks in play this week. And then next week, we will have just tons of earnings. And don't forget, this coming Friday is an options expiration week for the month of July. So be prepared for that, and we'll see how it plays out. With that being said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading session, and we will see you on the charts.